Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. We are starting a new series about raising pigs in the winter, and this video will focus only on the month of September. Today is September 13th, and we purchased 2 feeder pigs for $100 each. They are both male, castrated, and weigh about 45 pounds, plus or minus. If you are new to my channel, I live in the state of Minnesota, zones 3 or 4, and September is a swing month. Some years September is hot, and some years September is cold. September of 2024 was a really hot September, and the temperatures were in the 90s, especially the first half. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research when raising pigs for personal consumption. If you follow my advice and your pigs die, I am sorry, but I am not responsible. There are many advantages of raising pigs in the winter rather than in the summer. And from now on, I will only raise pigs over the winter. So like no more summer pigs until I retire. These videos, they will talk about issues we faced and reasons why raising pigs in winter is better than summer. Also, hopefully these videos will encourage you to raise some pigs of your own. I believe that everyone should raise pigs at least once in their lifetime. Put it on your bucket list if you haven't already. I personally raise pigs every 3 years, so I do not do it every year myself. However, no more summer pigs until I retire. And when I do retire, which will be in about 25, 27 plus years, I will do it yearly on a pasture rotation method. And this is where I'm planning in the future when I'm retired to raise some pigs. Once again, that's in 25 years, Lord willing. In the month of September, my pigs will eat 20% of DIY pig feed. The rest of their feed will come from garden scraps, approved table scraps, and highly nutritious weeds. I will have a separate video on how I make my own pig feed, and all the cool homesteaders out there, we are mixing our own pig feed. Nobody's buying stuff from the store anymore. In fall, most of your garden is mature, and a bunch of food garden scraps can be given to the pigs. One of the reasons to raise pigs is, admit it, most of your garden produce goes to waste or isn't edible, like the leaves and stems. And when you raise pigs, instead of a compost bin, your pigs indulge in all of the leftovers. And the leaf stems from 90% of the plants can be given to your pigs as a supplement to their feed. This is free, nutritious feed that will greatly supplement pig feed. The bigger the garden, the more free food your pigs will get. I like to jam-pack my pigs with highly nutritious foods, weeds, garden scraps, and it's free. I also like to plant all of my leftover cold weather crops in September, like beets, radishes, peas, and turnips. And 90% of the time, weather is nice enough in Minnesota to have a harvest in early November. If you plant these seeds on September 1st, by October 5th, like 1 month later, you should have radishes, and look how the pigs love radishes. By November 1st, this is how your turnips will look like, and by November 15th, 20th, you should have a full harvest. Nice, beautiful. Usually, if you plan on raising pigs over the winter, you should do some planning and plant an abundant garden, big garden. This year I was busy, therefore wasn't as prepared. And here are some foods from your garden that pigs cannot eat. I repeat, cannot eat. Tomato plants and the leaves. Green tomatoes. Onions. No amount of onions is good for your pigs. Chives, parsley, and rhubarb leaves should not be fed to your pigs. There are other plants, obviously, that you should not feed, but in my garden, this is what I grow that I do not feed the pigs. The rest of the garden, the pigs could eat freely. Also, garden scraps, weeds, like I said before, they are a great supplement to your pig feed. And then you will need grain. So pigs cannot survive on garden weeds alone. And one pig will need about 500 pounds of grain, maybe 700, but I buy 500 per pig. The rest the pigs eat from my garden and weeds. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section and I will answer them either directly or answer them in future videos. Get a scratching post. Pigs need to scratch themselves, and a tree trunk in the middle of their run is a perfect scratching post. Get a rain barrel going. This will collect all the water from your roofs, and make sure your roof is a metal roof because water will be cleaner as opposed to a roof that's covered with shingles. I also bought these pig nipples, and you have to train your pigs to drink from them. Either put honey or peanut butter on the nipples until the pigs learn to drink. I do have a fear of dehydration, and I make sure all of my livestock has plenty of water. For example, if there's no power, your well will not work and you run out of water. So this is why I like rain barrels, because you get free water from the rain. Also, on my land, I have standing water, such as this picture shows. And if need be, I could always bring some buckets out here and provide water for my pigs. I think it's really cruel if your pigs or any animal or human dies from dehydration. So always provide fresh water for your livestock. September 2024 in Minnesota was a hot month. So it's usually a hot month, and your pigs will need a mud bath. And so when you collect free rainwater, you have all the water you need to give them a mud bath. Also, spray your pigs with a hose. In the month of September, this is a daily chore. If you raise pigs during the summer, this is a daily chore. But winter pigs do not really require this, only in the month of September, maybe the first half of October. In the month of September, we still have flies and horseflies, mosquitoes out there, so a mud bath is needed for the pigs to fight this. If you look at the ears of my pigs, you see the red welts from all the mosquito bites and insects. So mud baths do help and are needed. And another reason why I like to raise my pigs over the winter is because the insects, they disappear until spring. September, maybe the first half of October, we still suffer with insects, but over the winter they disappear and the pigs do not suffer as much. Pigs do go to the bathroom, and I clean up after my pigs every day. Also, pig droppings, they're a great health indicator. I have compost piles spread throughout my land, but I also build gardens from time to time where I put the composted pig manure. And this is one of them that I built in the month of September. And I filled it up with dirt for now, but next spring the composted pig manure will go underneath this dirt. Let's go back and talk about weeds. Grass-fed pork does not exist, but weed-fed pork does. There are many weeds that you can feed to your pigs that will greatly reduce the feed cost. One of my favorite is the red clover. Pigs can eat it. It's a good source of protein, energy, vitamins, and minerals. If you do not have red clover, white clover is just as good. And my land is covered with these. Another great weed that we have that is very high in protein is the hog peanuts. Humans can eat this, great survival food. No, this is not poison ivy, but it's a weed, highly nutritious weed that is very high in protein, and it's abundant on my land. and it grows till mid-October. Stinging nettle is another free weed out there that should be fed to your pigs and can improve the growth, health, and meat quality. Pigs that eat nettle will have a higher weight gain, improves their metabolism, and boosts their immune system. My land is covered with these, and I feed them to my pigs. So the best answer, what kind of weed is the best for my pigs? Whatever grows on your land. So whatever you have, feed them and do some research on them. All kind of thistles are a great supplement to pig feed. It is high in protein, fat, etc. It improves the meat quality. It doesn't matter which thistle you feed your pigs, whether it's a milk thistle, Canadian thistle. Pigs love this stuff, especially my pigs. They will even eat the spiky parts. And this is by far my favorite pig's weed. My pigs love this for some reason. Plantain is a free weed that is a very good weed that my yard is covered with them. Burdock is a good weed. Dandelions are a good weed that you should be feeding your pigs. Very highly nutritious. They are best in the summer. Obviously in fall you only have the leaves left. Mullein, I'm not even sure if it's pronounced correctly. Mullein, it's also a very good weed that grows all the way till November, and my land is covered with them. So I will feed these to the pigs. And one of the reasons to raise pigs is because you are motivated to pull weeds. Look at some of these before pictures and sections of my land that are covered with weeds. If I did not have pigs, I would let this section of land go and not even worry about it. But since I have pigs, I am motivated to pull weeds, and now we have clean sections of land because my pigs ate everything. So have your kids, all of your kids, go out there every day and pick a bucket of weeds and just feed your pigs with weeds. Highly nutritious weeds. Obviously, don't feed them everything, just the highly nutritious ones. Stay away from buckthorns, cherry trees, etc. My land is infested with buckthorns. This is why my pigs are not running around. Buckthorn cherries will give them an upset stomach, diarrhea, liquid manure. Also, I do not feed my pigs pine needles. Internet is divided on it, so I just don't feed them. This right here is a nightshade. Very poisonous to your pigs. My land is covered with this. And yeah, very poisonous to all of your livestock. This is how nightshade looks like. Ferns. Ferns are bad for your pigs. Obviously, when you walk through my woods, you just see a bunch of ferns. Pigs cannot eat ferns. They are poisonous to your pigs. And today is the last day of September. We are going to measure the pigs. We take the circumference of the girth times the circumference of the girth times the length. My pigs now weigh 85 pounds plus or minus. I will see you next month. Stay tuned.